friends. This is Sham again with a new video. I actually made a video on ChatGPT and how the artificial intelligence is going to impact project manager's job a few weeks back. If you haven't checked that video, click here and you can go through that. But soon after I made that video, I was just going through some of the articles around AI and how we can use it, and I stumbled across this new tool from Google. And it's actually not new. It's been quite some time. I think it got released back in May 2022. I just happened to discover it last week. So the name of the tool is called Interview Warmup. You can Google it. You can easily find it. So the good thing about this tool is it will give you a conversational based AI questionnaire, and this questionnaire is basically for interviews, specifically for certain roles. So there are different categories, and you can start the practice of the interview where the system will ask you some questions, and you can either give your answers by recording your voice or by typing your answers. And you can review your answers, and also it will give you some pointers where how you can improve and how you can prepare yourselves better for the job interviews. So it's quite interesting, and I know Chat GPT and the newer versions of Chat GPT are much more advanced than this, but this is something that came from Google, and it's for free. And you have around 42 combination of question and answers that you can practice. So without wasting time, let's get deep dive into it. I'm going to share my screen, and then we can just go through it and see what's in store for all the project managers out there. Let's check what this Google warm-up is all about. I'm going to open my browser real quick. All right, Google warm-up. Okay, you can see that in my history because I was doing some research around it and I've used it. So it's a first link that you can click, so it's pretty easy to figure out how this is. And okay, let me make it a little bit bigger so that you guys can see. Okay, so as you can see, this is a very intuitive web homepage, and it's basically very self-explanatory in terms of how it works. So basically it will ask you some questions, and you can either type your answers, and you can or you can speak, right? And once you practice these questions, and you can get some insights on how you can improve your answers, and what are the terms that you use, and how you can avoid the repetition of words. This is one of the mistakes that I do when I'm talking. I tend to repeat my words, right? And it will also give you some points which you can include in your answer so that you can improve those answers, and you can save your answers. This is a good thing, and it will basically give you some new set of questions, either new set of questions, or you can practice the same questions. So it's a very intuitive, gamified way of getting an user into the system, and that's something Google always does, and which I think we'll get started. So it will probably, if you're using it for the first time, it will ask you to permit recording your voice, and you just have to allow it. And okay, let's click on this, start practicing. Okay, these are the fields that you can select from. There is data analytics, e-commerce, IT support, project management, UX design, and general interviews. So let's select project management. Okay, answer 5 interview questions. When you're done, review your answers and discover insights. Okay, let's get started.
Hi, let's practice an interview for project management. Can you please tell me a bit about yourself?
Okay, sure. I think this is nice. So I see that it has basically divided the questions into background, technical, and situational questions. So it's a nice way of getting yourselves familiar with all the different questions, because these are the typical questions that uh, the uh, the employer or the interviewer asks during the interview for project management.
for a project manager. Tell me something about yourself. Okay, I'm going to try. Let's see how it works. So I'm going to click on this answer with your mic and see how good this voice recognition is. Hi, my name is Sham Sundar. I'm based out of Bangalore. I have 10 plus years of experience in project management. I've worked on projects related to IT infra, storage, enterprise servers, and professional services consulting. Currently, I'm associated with an organization which deals with supply chain products and solutions. And I'm a PMP certified project manager, and I've also done agile certifications. I've worked both on waterfall and agile projects. I just clicked on done.
Thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome. Okay, let me click on this edit. Okay, just to ensure that it has captured the right wordings, because sometimes it may not capture the right words, so you need to maybe modify it. My name is Sham Sundar. Okay, all good, all good, all good. Okay, look at it. So I'm a P certified, so you can just edit it. And also I've done and okay, so I said agile projects. It uh, took the wrong word. It mentioned child projects. Okay, we say done. Okay, it's going to analyze the answer, and if you look at it, let me click on the job related terms. So it will basically highlight which are the job related terms that I used in this answer: project management, project manager, waterfall, agile. So yeah, it seems to be relevant. And most used words: I am, yeah. Maybe you can structure your answer in a way that it's more fluent. And okay, here are a few suggestions. You can talk about your experience, skills, lessons learned, goals, and interest. Okay, interesting. And it will also give you some examples like this. You can talk about your past experience, your feedback that has inspired personal growth, and also you can talk more about your past experience. So yeah, I think good insights and good examples. Um, Let me just.
Tell me about a time when you had to make a decision and didn't have consensus with your team or relevant stakeholder.
Wow, it's an interesting question. It's a typical situational question that one can get asked in the product management, sorry, project management interview. Yeah, so again, these to answer these questions, you need to use the star technique. I've already made a video of on this star technique. If you haven't watched it, I'll share the link down below in the description. You can go ahead and watch it. So yeah, it's like that. So you can record your answer, or you can type your answer, and it will basically give you the feedback. Okay. So let us.
What information would you collect to understand what people, materials, and or changes are needed for a project?
Okay, it's a technical question. So what information would you collect to understand what people, materials, and changes are needed for the project? So resource management. The questions around resource management, materials. Maybe it's talking about the raw materials, or you can talk something about how the scope is going to get defined in your projects. If you are into IT space, you can talk about the hardware or the infra part when you say materials and changes needed. You may talk about the prerequisites. You may talk about what are the things that you need to have before you get started with the project. So yeah, good questions.
Imagine you are tasked with running the production of a site build. What method would you prefer to work with, Agile or Waterfall?
Again, very interesting questions. uh, and again, you need to have the proper understanding of where you want to use what kind of methodology. um, so site build, production of a site build, or anything that I'm assuming it's related to the infra site build. Uh, it's going to be in a waterfall approach. You really can't do agile over there, but you can try and experiment your answers. You can talk something about doing certain things uh, in a repetitive way or an agile way, or a kind of a hybrid way. You can just explore this tool to improvise your answer. So
Please share a time when your scope was increased. How did you handle the increase in workload?
okay, this happens in almost every project, so very relatable, I can say. And so by default, I mean, since it's a free tool, I think they give around 5 questions that you can practice, and these keep on changing. Okay, so the next time when I log in, I'll have different set of questions. So overall there are around 42 sets of questions for each role, so you can check it out. So this is not only for project managers, there are other roles as well, right? So you can also see how these questions are framed. And also there is a section called general management or general questions. I think that will be more of a generic HR based questions. So it's a good tool, I can say. So once you complete this 5 questions, you can save your answers or you can practice them again, and you can edit it and you can get your insights based on how. So just as an example for this video, I just answered one of the questions. The other questions are unanswered, but give it a try, give it a shot. So this is a good tool, I think. I was too late to stumble across this tool, but it's a good tool. So let us see what's there in the general questions.
Hi, let's practice an interview. What are you looking for in your next job?
Okay, these are some of the typical generic
What are your
questions.
career goals for the next 5 years?
Nice. So these are the questions that get asked in your HR round, or maybe just as some kind of an icebreaker questions. So it's also sometimes these are those simple questions which seem to be very simple, but it's difficult to frame an answer around it. So maybe you can use this to practice those
Please tell me about some of your strengths and weaknesses.
in typical.
Please share a time when you set a goal for yourself and achieved it. How did you go about that?
Great.
Tell me about a time when you had to act quickly but didn't have a lot of data to inform your decision. What did you do, and what was the outcome?
Again, situational questions. Check my star video. Okay, guys, I think this is a great tool, and it's from Google, so you can expect that the authenticity of the questions to be more at a much higher level. And these questions doesn't seem to be robotic, in my opinion. These questions are very much relatable as to how you come across the questions in a typical interview. Just wanted to share this video with you guys about this new tool. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, do subscribe for more such content. And do let me know in the comment section if you have already used this tool in the past, and how was your experience in this tool, and what did you learn, or what do you want to improve in this tool. That being said, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.